I'm gonna talk about Tết. 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 Tết is commonly known as the most important and popular holiday in Vietnam, which often take place around January and February and lasts for about 7 and 10 days. If you look at this photo, you might somehow guess the meaning of Tết holiday is family occasion, not a romantic one. Everyone in the family gets together on Tết after a full hard-working year, spending time at their home and enjoy life. We say goodbye to our boss, colleagues, and friends, even girlfriend or boyfriend, and then go back with our family. Tết là khoảng thời gian cuối năm, mọi người trở về quê hương cùng với gia đình của mình. Each country has their own way to celebrate New Year. In Vietnam, we have our own traditions. If you asked me what pops on my mind talking about Tết, my answer would be hoa đào and hoa mai. These are two kinds of blossoms often used to decorate the house on Tết. While Northern Vietnamese like to place a peach of blossom pot, hoa đào, in their house, people from the South prefer the beauty of glittering yellow hoa mai. For me, they are both so beautiful and so Tết. Tết in Vietnam is an occasion for people to take a break from work and enjoy their lives. In this aspect, personally, I think it makes not many differences from New Year in other countries. In other words, it's about eating and hanging out, an opportunity to give yourself a break and spend money. It's all about ăn uống và đi chơi. Ăn uống và đi chơi. First of all, let's have a look at what we eat on Tết. Ăn means eat, and uống means drink. So ăn uống refers to food and drink. A fancy word for it is thực, which is cuisine in English. It sounds like we would have lots of special food and quite a number of parties, and yes, we do. Since we don't have many chances to get together and chat with everyone in family during the year, Tết is when big parties are thrown and lots of delicious food are served on table. And what I mean here is parties of the whole family with all generations. In terms of Tết dishes, it might take the whole day to talk about them. So here are some of must-have foods on Tết, and also my favorite one, and I'm pretty sure many Vietnamese people agree with me on this. Bánh chưng, bánh tét, giò lụa, chả giò, xôi, gà luộc. They all look so good to me, especially at this time when my family in Vietnam is celebrating Tết. What I want to share next is đi chơi. It means hanging out, going out. Vietnamese people have the tradition of going to the temples and pagodas on New Year's Eve to pray for a New Year's of peace, health, and wealth. For me, I've never prayed in a temple or pagoda simply because I go to church instead. We often have a special mass at church before New Year's Eve. However, nowadays, many families choose not to go back to their hometown on Tết. Instead, they take this opportunity to travel, even go abroad. One thing that might interest you is the first day of New Year. On the very first day of New Year, Vietnamese people would go chúc Tết, which means giving wishes. We go to everyone's house to wish them a happy New Year. We give each other wishes, and children would get lì xì. Lì xì. Lì xì means lucky money and then it's from grandparents, parents, relatives, and parents' friends. Back in time when I was a university student, I came back home on Tate and still got quite a lot of lì xì. Lì xì. I tried to refuse for I was not a little kid anymore, but people who gave me lì xì insisted that I would still go to school and that I was single, which means I have plenty of necessary things to do with those lì xì. In the end, they just didn't let me say no, and I, like a little well-behaved girl, with my both hand, held the money and saying, "Thank you," and pretend I don't want to, but down deep inside was another story. There are lots of more interesting traditions in Tate in Vietnam that I love to talk about. However, I hope that only with just some of those beautiful customs that I shared today somehow make you love Vietnam more, and also hope that you can at least one time in the future get to experience Tate right in Vietnam and to feel the soul of a nation and the heart of Vietnamese people.